Hey, what's going on, guys? Another week of training. It was a pretty brutal week of training for me. Lots of novel stimuli. As you can see, I am now officially in my flat bench era. This was Monday, worked up to 295. Was working with a velocity threshold. Anything under 0.35, I was going to cut it. Yeah, that was under 0.35. So went to back off volume, 255. 5 sets of 3. Keeping it all in between 0.3, 0.4 meters per second. Good quality strength work there. Instead of split jerks or normal barbell push press, I decided to go with those landmine push presses just to kind of experiment with it. Hooked it up to OVR. Range of motion all over the place. Velocity all over the place. Therefore, in my opinion, deeming it kind of stupid exercise to be quantifiable for a power progression. Accessory work here, you can see a guest appearance by my co-star, also known as my son. Tricep push downs, high reps, bunch of sets there. Lateral raises, also high rep, bunch of sets on that as well. Progressing those dumbbells. Another guest appearance from my co-star, as you can see. That tends to happen a lot. Next day, we got this epic AMRAP set with 2 1/4 plus blue bands of ATG back squats. ATG back squats really excite me. As you guys know, I had to basically skip out on them for 4 months to allow my hip injury to heal. It is fully healed now, so we are full speed ahead, and we're going to treat this just like we've been treating our deadlifts. Instead of 2 to 3 kind of half-ass exposures a week, we're going to bump it down to 1 super quality exposure a week. And the way we're going to make sure it's super quality is we're going to take 1 set to absolute failure. Did my legs fail on this set? No. My heart and lungs failed on this set. So we're going to be adding more weight to the bar, obviously. We're going to slow cook this progression, just like what we did with deadlifts. There's no real end goal 1 RM in mind. It's just good quality work for the legs right now because I'm prioritizing strength progressions, obviously, in the bench press and other things. This set, shockingly, a lot of the reps moved around the same velocity except for like the last 3, which is exactly what you'd want. I was very happy with it. This leads into why I said at the beginning this week was a hard week of training, though. This absolutely smoked my quads, glutes, and adductors, right? Because it's such a novel stimulus after being babied for 4 months and not doing anything full range. I took about a good 15-minute break in between this. I was still pretty fatigued, but this is fairly rugby specific. I wanted rate of force production and power in a fatigue state, and I wanted damn good form and damn fast reps with, fairly lightweight for me for power cleans, and I achieved that, so I was happy there. Moved on to some pen lay rows. I did 3 sets of 12 with 205 here, so again, power fatigue state, not the most... not the greatest stimulus for lats or anything like that. Pen lay row doesn't really do that good of a job hitting the lats, right? But it's a good explosive power exercise nonetheless. As always, experimenting with new variations. You see those banded curls there. This was the next day, Wednesday. Started with some depth drop to broad jumps. I saw a dude at my club I work at doing it, and I thought that was pretty smart, so decided to do it. You guys saw the... banded and chain pin Zercher there, continuously keep going up in that. I don't think it's valuable from like a hip hinge perspective. I think it's valuable in a violent coupling and uncoupling of the back musculature and core musculature to brace the spine, which is pretty specific to contact situations. You guys then saw some pin presses there. My chest was smoked from Monday, so I accumulated a little bit too much fatigue in the chest from those. Not too happy with that. Then I moved on to the lateral raises, which you guys saw. Next day here, Thursday, we have these full power snatches to hang power snatch sets here with 135. I always have in the back of my mind that my form in Olympic lifting has to be absolutely perfect and flawless. I'm getting out of that mentality, especially with this velocity-based training, and I'm trying to send it, man. So I'm going by velocity thresholds, right? If I can get the weight up at the prescribed velocity, who gives a shit what it looks like if you're not getting hurt? Behind the neck presses there, therapeutic for the left shoulder, which is still not feeling the greatest after the sevens tournament. We got forearm work. We got neck harness extensions, baby. You know, just the good old accessory stuff that I used to avoid like the plague. Spencer, here is your challenge. This is the standing bench press to front raise type thing. This is my wife's 35-pound bar. So I had kind of messed around with this like a week ago when he first put the challenge out with a 45. Felt kind of weird on my neck and traps and right AC joint. You guys know I have quite a bit of trauma in the shoulder musculature from the years of rugby. So deciding to take it easier on this with the 35. I will progress this. I do see some value in this exercise actually. For the neck, for the traps, for the extensor musculature of the forearms even. So this is Friday, more straight weight bench here, which is still a novel stimulus to me, right? So until I'm completely stalled out in straight weight bench, I'm going to keep running it. I would be hypocritical to go directly to variations. The variations are tools in the toolbox for when the straight weight completely stalls out, right? Which moving from 4 months of incline to flat, I don't see that happening anytime soon, right? So worked up to a 305 single there, was happy with that, then was weighted dips, 225-pound plates, 4 sets of 6, gonna slow cook that as well. We got some body weight chin-ups, dead hangs, did a bunch of rep work on that. We have some incline bench curls, waving up, waving down on that. You guys know the how and the why behind I do that on accessory work, right? So I want to build that bottom volume end, and then I want to build the top end as well. This was yesterday, 110-degree heat. I did 4 rounds of 10 hill sprints. They're not super long hill sprints, but it still was brutal in that heat. I did that in under 30 minutes. You guys saw a single with 465 there in my reverse blue band deficit. This is the AMRAP with 430, got 5. Would like to be getting anywhere between 7 to 9 on this, so a little bit under what I would like. You guys know I don't get super excited about deadlifts ever, but it is a necessary evil for me, and I'm glad that I'm doing it. And yeah, I mean, we're just going to keep going up. Once I hit like an AMRAP for a set of 3, I'm going to go to conventional deads from the floor, run a block of that, see where I end up, and then move on from there. I won't lose sleep over any of it. You know what I mean? Like, if I was going to pick something I'm more interested in, obviously it's always going to be squats. But yeah, I definitely see value in the deadlifts. We got box squats here, quote-unquote speed reps with 335, so 3 45-pound plates on the yoke bar here. They were all over 0.3 meters per second, so not quite speed work, but we're going to keep exposing ourselves to bigger loads on that because I don't want to underdose myself in that movement either. I got some squat horsepower that I know is in there, so I'm not going to be a little bitch and not use it. We got some croc rows. We got some step-ups with the SSB bar, and that was basically the entire session today. It was a good week of training, guys. The thing is, we're going to monitor the bench. We're going to see how that goes up. And like I say, once we stall hard on it, then we'll go to our variations in that. We're going to keep slow cooking squats and deadlifts, and we're going to see where we end up. As always, thank you so much for watching.